Okay, yet another unboxing. So having them coming through pretty thick and fast at the moment. So this is a pair I very recently picked up. They just landed. And once I open the box, I'll tell you how I got them, because very, very, very difficult to get for retail. So your boy had to do a few bits and bobs to try and get these. The most efficient cost possible. Okay, that box. Okay, so that was a bit of a nightmare. Okay, so you can probably tell what the silhouette is from the box. So this came in the box. So this is the trade block. A couple guys, especially UK guys, asking what they're like, what they're about. So this is the app that I started using to basically remove a lot of the cost of buying and selling on like the bigger apps and platforms. Like it can cost maybe up to about $100 to, like, once you've paid the StockX or the GOAT fee, and then you've paid the shipping, and then you've paid the shipping on the other side, and you paid that fee twice, and you paid the shipping twice, and now you also have to pay sales tax. So in Texas is 8.25%. You have to add that on the shipping and cost of the shoe. Either way, it's around 100, maybe sometimes 120, 130, 140 bucks to do both. And trade block, I mean, they're 40 bucks. They're not, I mean, it's not cheap, it's not free, but at the moment they've been running free shipping, which takes it down to 25 bucks all in for the trade. So I have done 2 trades this month. The next video will come probably in about a week, but I really wanted to take advantage of that because I think around 25 bucks it's a no-brainer. 40 bucks, you know, maybe it's good because it means I'm more selective, but yeah, enough lollygagging. Here's the box. So as you can see, it's the inverted Jordan 1 box. And then here is the sizing label. So as you can see from here, it's a Jordan 1 high 85 in my true to size. And I guess that narrows it down to just a couple of pairs that it could possibly be. I do have a few comparison pairs of J's, like typically I've started doing with these videos. And yeah, so I will bring those in picture once I get to that bit. So I'll take the shoes out of the box just now. So yeah, one of the things with these 85s, let's take these out. So they come individually wrapped. So like both shoes are wrapped in this kind of like typical box paper. And then also you have, just when it comes to the zip checking, because obviously trade block as well, there's an authentication part of the process as well. So they're not just like, it's not just shipping, they're also authenticating both pairs, and you can do used trades as well, and they'll authenticate the condition versus the pictures you've posted. So you have the special edition 85 paper, which is much more of like, almost like greaseproof paper. Wings logo, Jumpman 23. But yeah, we're not here to discuss boxes. So we'll get that puppy out of the way. And then we'll put the other shoe down. So here they are. And as you can see, this is the Georgetown colorway, which is the, what is it? I think it's the 3rd or the 4th rendition of this 85 cut. So there's 4, I guess, if you include the red and white pair that started it all off in the New Beginnings pack back in early 2020. I'd say for me, the order, I really like the New Beginnings. I'm not paying the stupid money they go for. And I also don't want to buy a pair of airships just because I'd have to get them. So they are the best for me in terms of colorways. I really like my Jordan 1s with the white paneling. Neutral gray, I think, is second. This, for me, is based on all the pictures. I'll see if my view is still the same after this review, but right now is the 3rd best. And then the reverse bread, they've done that reverse bred 85. They did the yellow pair. They've done the blue, marina blue. I have just not liked any of them. I just don't like the color blocking. To me, it looks like a mid. It looks like a Jordan 1 mid with a dunk colorway, to me. So, I mean, I don't think they're bad. I just don't like them. And I like to feel my Jordan 1 collection's just never gonna, it's just gonna be, I'm never gonna wear them, basically. So yeah, that's that. And we are apparently gonna get a fifth, which is an aged and vintage Chicago later this year. What they look like, who knows just yet, but the hype will be there regardless. So yeah, okay, so I'm gonna leave this shoe here and I'll review this one. So you have them kind of like both in shot. So yeah, one of the things just to call out off the bat is the kind of creamed aged tongue. I shared a picture on my Instagram recently showing a sample pair of 1984 Nike Terminator High in a Georgetown colorway, and because they were really old, I guess they were. This is aged. I think they've done that to replicate this, but this is typically what you get with 85s. It's like it's a high tongue. So yeah, spare laces. They all come with this, which we saw in the bread, the 2016 bread, and now we've seen on all of these 85 colorways. And then you also have inside there, you have the sticker. My neutral grays, they used the black varsity or the reverse bread one, which was really weird, but this one does say navy gray on there. So yeah, I'll need to take that out because that's all the way over the branding. So okay, yeah, they also come, well, they come with a spare navy laces, which is cool if you care about that. I'm not putting any navy laces in this shoe, no way, no how. And they also come with these OG looking hang tags, which I think is also super, super cool. It's a nice little touch. Obviously you don't wear them, but it's still a really nice touch. Yeah, so paneling, thick leather. Again, we have some comparisons, which I'll bring you onto in a sec. I'm gonna put this shoe out of the way a sec because of this, not easy to do comparisons with. And I'll bring in a few comparison pairs that I have. So just to kick things off, here we have the other 85, which I own, the neutral grays. You can see they're very, very similar, basically just like gray hair, but the central piece and the toe in gray on the Georgetown, and then you obviously have the navy on the typical like Chicago red areas. So yeah, these are the two. One thing to note as well, this tongue had a slightly blue tint to it. I don't even know if you can see it here, but in certain colors you can. And then this one has the super aged one. I've actually seen pictures of these with laces in that are this cream, and it looks really, really good. So I may do that. But yeah, I just wanted to make a quick comparison. You can see these are worn, so I'm not letting them touch the table, but like it's very, very similar in these two. So there's that. One of the things people have talked about is the leather, right? It's much thicker because it's meant to replicate what we would have got back when, I guess, Jordan Brand was more of a sports brand, and they actually cared about materials. So what I did want to do is compare to my shattered backboards, which is like typically people say is the best leather of any Jordan 1. It's good tumbled leather. These do feel like almost like an Italian handbag or something. It's not just that kind of pressed tumble. It actually feels like real leather. They're really good. This is very different. This is thick, hard. Like you can see, it doesn't really bend. Like if I put it up here like this is not really bending. The whole shoe is moving. Whereas if I do it here, you know, that just bends, like the whole thing bends. I'm no leather expert, but from what I've heard from people, you know, this is actually better. Even though this looks super cool and these go for like a rack nowadays or more probably. And then the final bit I did want to do is just compare side by side with a Chicago colored pair, because of this, the positioning of the navy in this kind of Chicago, where the Rookie of the Year has it in this tan brown. So yeah, you can just see the kind of how close it is to a Chicago block. It's not quite a Chicago block because this bit is not black and the swoosh is not black, and they actually don't come with any black laces. And then the final pair, so anyone who knows me and J's will know that 3s are my favorite silhouette for a Jordan. So I wanted to compare them to, mainly from like a color perspective, I wanted to compare them to the Georgetown 3s that came out, I want to say last year. The blue is spot on. Let me do inside of one shoe and outside of the other so we can kind of get a bit more of a view here. Yeah, that blue is absolutely bang on. Whether it comes through in the sort of lighting or not, this is some better light here. Yeah, they're absolutely spot on. So I would say it's exactly, if you're wondering about the shade of blue, it's the exact blue from the Georgetowns. So just to bring the other side back into view. So this is that's the pair. Do I still think it's the third best? Yeah, I would say yes. I think the leather quality on these just kind of sets them apart a little bit. I kind of got to the point where I just need to stop buying every GR, like kind of regular edition GR that I think looks really nice, because the problem is at the moment how much they drop. You could end up with 30 pairs a year easily, and like you're not buying anything bad, not buying anything you don't like, not buying anything really even like unnecessary, but you're just ending up with more shoes than you can wear. So yeah, so what I've really tried to do is, this is a special edition. This is the 85 cut. They don't make these weekly, monthly, anything close. So let me actually just kind of invest time in those kind of pairs. And how I got these, so I did that trade on Trade Block. I gave up my pair of white Oreo 4s. Anyone who follows J's will know that 4s, there's a huge vibe behind 4s at the moment. For me, I have the 2016 white cements, which I think look very similar and are much better than the white Oreo. I think the white Oreo is nice, but it falls into that category for me of just a standard edition J that just looks nice. And if I keep every pair that I think looks as nice as a white Oreo 4, I'm probably gonna buy 5 4s every year. I'm gonna buy every single 3 that comes out every year. And I'm probably going to buy 25% of the ones, and that will probably take me to 50 pairs or something. Or maybe not quite 50, but it's going to be over 30 pairs. And I'm a guy who loves Diadora. I love Asics. I just like too many brands. I also love Air Max. I'm kind of starting to fall back in love with Air Maxes again after a few years of hiatus. I don't want to be buying that many J's, and whilst I'm also buying other brands as well, it's just too much. And it becomes a bit gratuitous at a certain point. So that's my slight rant about like kind of buying habits and stuff. So yeah, there's not a huge amount more to say. I guess like if you've seen one of the 85 pairs before, it's everything that the neutral grey pairs are. Obviously, just like different colors. But yeah, that's pretty much about it, I would say. The leather is pretty much the same. The hang tags are always cool. Yeah, that's me signing out.